Man, two regions people want to know about, but not to go there for sure. Balkans and Eastern Europe. Both come from the same background, well, similar. Both have highs and lows, both with similar traditions, and you know it's kinda not fair that we don't know who's better, so let's find out. Of course, none of these regions is known as rich or developed, and it all kinda has the same roots. But Balkans have a huge advantage to profit off, you know what I mean? Of course, seas, which, if everything is done right, means tourists, which means money. And a lot of Balkan countries use this feature, and nonetheless, some even made it their primary source of income, because there is not a lot of other things to profit off in that region. Companies then often open their businesses there. Agriculture, well, only some parts of that region got lucky with their grounds. Industry, yeah, some countries do that, and mostly in terms of cars and machines. And some other stuff like that, you know. But what those that do none of this stuff live off, you may ask? Some go into manufacturing, some get most of its GDP from remittances. Can you imagine how strong your economy has to be so the biggest source of income is the money people send each other? But what's up with Eastern Europe? And damn man, it freaking varies. You have IT giants, financial monsters, and countries which just like in the good old days form. I mean literally. Eastern Europe is really different in this case. Dude, there you have Ukraine that busts its ass off in war and at the same time produces agriculture for a good amount of Europe. And slightly northern, you have a freaking new Japan, the country of future. Estonia, which in recent years just blew up with its tech center, IT and startups. You can check out my video and find out all about it. Regardless, here you also can find country which slowly becomes the center for world-class companies to settle in, and at the same time and in the same region you have countries like Moldova, and when you see remittances you know it's just different. Yeah, it's a very dramatic comparison because there are countries like Slovakia which is just in the middle. It's not some innovator, nothing like that, it just makes its cars, well, kinda it's. And comparing Eastern Europe to Balkans in this kind of economic era, yeah, if we take everything in general, Balkans are surely poorer. Part of it is because not so much of its countries got into European Union. Union surely can help a country get up, not as high as heaven, but come on, just look at mentioned Poland to Estonia. You think they really just glowed up because of good historical conditions and large economics at start? Nah man, those were broke and broken countries. But with some help and support from European Union, they got up on their feet. That's all the Union did pretty much. It didn't give Estonia its innovations, nah, it helped financially get it out of the ass it's been in after communism. And everything after that, Estonia and Estonians have done by themselves. But what was this talk leading to? No, not to nothing unexpectedly. What I'm saying is that a bigger portion of Eastern European countries got help from European Union and managed to get out of their dark past. While in Balkans, some countries, yeah, they got help. Some got lucky with displacement, and some... yeah. And that's why Balkans are generally poorer. Of course it has large touristic places, but tourism, it just can't make as much money. And damn man, although both regions came from the same communistic background, the things that happened or didn't happen to them impacted the situation today. Could have Balkans gotten richer? Surely if the corruption wasn't a national tradition there. Could have Eastern Europe gotten richer? Surely if the corruption wasn't a national tradition there.